writes his own songs in Nashville and all that stuff. You don't remember that whole thing? Then the next year he came back like super America, Toby Keith.
No, I don't remember that.
His agent got a hold of him. He's like, "Hey,
Once
Hey,
again,
let's cut that mullet.
I listen to good music, so
All right.
oh,
My
buddy."
daddy fought in the army, but he lost his right eye.
I always feel nervous about.
All right, this is
the
the best intro ever to the Facebook Live podcast. Is Chris Duncan in the background singing? I think it's probably one of the best things that I've ever heard. But Taylor Renee Ball's already joined in the Facebook Live. Welcome. We're getting ready to get this podcast started, so I'm just going to go ahead and get it going, guys. So. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Juice in the Morning. I'm your host, Justin Juice Kelly. I have sent out the invitation to all of the gentlemen to join the podcast today. Johnny Boughton, I believe, is busy with work, but what I want to say is directly below me, he makes his triumphant return to the podcast. Deadman, how are you doing today, buddy?
Hey, beautiful. How are you?
Good. I'm doing fantastic. And Deadman is the creator, host of the VTNetwork podcast, and that comes out weekly. So kind of give us a little bit of background about that before we get everybody else introduced.
Simply put, we're an entertainment podcast. We don't talk about political stuff. We don't talk about current events. We talk video games, music, movies. We leave everything, and simply because everybody needs a break from the world, and it's fun to just nerd out or listen to people nerd out and have that kind of energy. So that's what we provide, and we do it wackily. We're all experts in whatever we're talking about. I've worked in pro gaming, game development, and voice acting. One of my brothers is an international recording artist.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. My other brother has worked in production for film and music and stage. So we're all experts in one facet or another. So we talk about the industries at large, and we talk about what's coming out, what's going on.
Yes, and another thing that I would like to give you a shout out for your episode or for your show is the disagreements that you guys get into are fantastic. When you guys are arguing about something, if you listen to Juice in the Morning, if you listen to Highly Inappropriate and a couple other shows, a lot of the times we're agreeing about the same dumb shit. You guys will go in hard on each other and make fun of each other, and I really appreciate it. To my left or right, I don't know exactly what this is, but we've got Chris returning again from the Highly Inappropriate. We got Chris Duncan.
Yes.
42. Chris Duncan, how are you doing today, buddy?
Doing very well, Juice. Thanks for having me back.
Looking like Bruce Springsteen over there.
I mean, we're trying our best. But real fast, I got to put my boner away after hearing Deadman's voice. Let's hear it for that thing, dude.
It's fantastic. Like I always get complimented on my voice, but then when you hear Deadman's beautiful, sexy voice,
it's so good
into the microphone. It's one of those things that I get blown out of the water. It
gets me every time. And
shout out, you're so much prettier than me. I gotta get something here.
And Juice, shout out to you for looking like bearded Eminem in this episode with the hat and the beard. And
all right, there's enough circle jerking going around. Below me, I guess, in the camera. I don't know exactly what camera's showing up
below you.
But we've got Josh JX with us again. How are you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. Do you have a pair of headphones that match the multiple different shirts, like different headphones matching different?
I was wondering that myself.
No, I just have these blue cheapo headphones I got from Amazon.
Good, they look good.
You like them? Yeah, they were
good.
like $9 on Amazon, and I was like, "Fuck yes, let's go."
See, I thought they were Beats.
No, that's what I was thinking.
It could be, but it's like BEATS Beats.
Yeah. So, I mean, my little brother's already finessing my mom. It's a pretty good little move he's making. He told her he needs noise canceling headphones because he's doing online classes in his dorm, and he doesn't want to listen to his roommate while he's doing those classes. And
what's his roommate doing?
That's what I'm saying.
We know what I was going to say. We know what his roommate's doing. Don't.
You know exactly what the roommate's
let's
doing.
not sugarcoat this, okay?
Standing applaud in there, you know?
So he's
he
definitely
claps a lot at night. He just continues clapping. I don't know who's applauding.
Yeah, we need to start social distancing more in that dorm room.
Yeah, so I told my mom, I was like, you can get him like, a pretty relatively inexpensive pair. And she was like, well, he did mention that they need to be good so that he can use them and
Right.
hear things around. Anyways, so I think he's finessing mom, but I think he's going to get a nice pair of probably Bose headphones or something out of the
Good
deal.
Lord.
But no, and that kind of
All
made
right, what's
me
your mom's number? Because I got to finesse her too.
Yeah, man.
So I got some things that I wanted to share real quick. Did any of you guys ever like go away to college or stay in a dorm?
Yes.
No.
So I did.
I was the guy that just went to visit buddies and get arrested. Raise hell. I was that guy.
Campus
The guy
police.
that worked and made the money and then went down to the college and
Yep.
bought all the booze and then was the guy that did the stupid shit and got arrested and climbed cranes. Yeah,
that's
that was me.
He's one where his buddies would show up and be like, "I'm here to bail out Chris," and the cop would be like, "Who's Chris?" And they'd be like, "Oh, you're new here."
No, so basically what I was thinking about was when I went to college, they had this dorm. I actually took a few years off between high school and college. I did a bunch of fucked up shit, and I was 21 when I was starting my first year. And that's part of it, Deadman, but we don't get into it on the podcast because I try to keep that a little bit secret.
Parents listen to this. God, come on.
But so
I'm trying to finesse something, man. What do you think I'm doing here? I got the evidence.
So I get a brochure about all the dorms, and one of the dorms says it's a 21 and older dorm. So like you're able, like basically it's being advertised as you're going to be able to drink. So I'm thinking like this is like the Animal House. Like I'm going to this dorm. It's going to be like a party. I can hang out with friends. I can drink. Blah blah blah. So I sign up for college. I get this dorm. It's awesome. You pull up. It's like an old looking castle type building. It looks great. You get in there and the rules are on the bed, like as if you were going into a hotel room and they have like the little menu on the bed or whatever. And I look at the rules and it says, 21 and older dorm, only the first floor. So it was only the first floor that I was living on. On top of that, the rules were that you could only drink in your room with your roommate with the door closed. So I said that they are promoting they're promoting drinking and like alcoholism because you're basically just sitting in a room with the door closed by yourself, and they're promoting homosexuality because you can only drink with your roommate in your room. So like two guys just getting smashed all day long. Like, I don't think that's what I was thinking was like, you're promoting alcoholism and homosexuality with doing that. So it ended up being
fucking college. You're supposed to experiment. You're supposed to get drunk. You're supposed to find new meaning to life.
Yes.
They're trying to expand your horizons, and you're over here criticizing them, you prick.
You're allowed at least 2 or 3 homosexual
At
things
least 3
before you're considered
least
gay.
3 before you have to call
At
your
least.
priest.
At
Minimum.
least before you have to make
Minimum.
a decision. At least 2 or 3 in your life.
At the very least. And if you're drunk, that number doubles.
All right. So long story short, and I've said this twice in a row, 2 weeks in a row, so I need to stop saying that saying. My roommate was a 29-year-old ex-military guy.
He's 29?
Yeah, he was 20.
And a freshman in college?
He might have even been in his 30s. I can't remember, but he was on like his 3rd or 4th year of college. He was one of those guys that he got out of the military, went to school, and was using that GI Bill like to the full extent.
Right.
Like he
didn't have his shit together, went off, got his shit together, came back, like, let's get a degree.
and he had like, but at the same time, he had like 218 credits, like, but no degree still. Like he was like, and all you need is 120 to get it.
Rooming with fucking Van Wilder out there, huh?
And so, but he wasn't cool. Like he was in bed by 9 o'clock every night.
Hope he don't listen
he
to
wasn't
this show.
cool. He wasn't cool.
He was in bed by 9 o'clock each night, and I would come home like after being out at either the bar or like a party, and I'd be bringing like girls home, signing them in, sneaking them in the back or whatever. And he and I got into like big fights and stuff like that. He ended up actually moving out across the room to another dorm with like another 38-year-old man. And then I had a dorm all to myself. So it was a beautiful situation. It ended up being a great year, but is
that normal?
It was a rough time.
Is it normal to have 30 plus in a dorm like a college? I didn't think that was
At
normal.
that dorm, I guess, because there was multiple people that were
How many dorms do you still visit, Chris?
None, but I mean, like I just remember
I know,
going like.
but well, none
See,
you
I went
could-
to
none
IU
you-
all the time, so
None
Bloomington.
you could admit publicly. I
And-
get it. Don't worry.
My buddies, when they were freshmen, I don't remember any like 30-year-olds in their dorms at all. It was all just kids, and we all were hiding alcohol, and I was
So this
puking
dorm,
everywhere.
this dorm, I think, catered towards that crowd. It was just a really weird situation, basically, is what I'm going to get at. And a lot of the people that were 21 and older didn't drink anyway, so they weren't taking advantage of the situation. And so I made friends with a lot of like the younger people upstairs, and those people would come down and party in my dorm, and that's why I eventually got kicked out. But that's a story for another day. I just wanted to kind of jump on that because my little brother and sister are getting ready to start. They're actually moving into college starting these past couple weeks. So during this whole COVID mess, they are still pushing forward with school. So I'm pretty impressed by that. I had some notes, and I actually had some structure designed for this episode. So what I wanted to do was jump into the hashtag nailed it segment. Someday we'll have some sort of music or something or some sort of jingle. But basically the hashtag nailed it. The hashtag
I got you.
The hashtag nailed it segment is a post or something from somebody on the internet that I believe they nailed it. Like when I'm reading the post or if I'm seeing the photo or something like that, I am like, yep, they nailed it. Hashtag nailed it. And I'll even comment on the photo. So I want to share with you guys something that came across my my phone. And it's a friend of mine. Her name is Carla Meyerly. She got married recently during this.
Congratulations, Carla.
Yeah, this whole.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Way to go.
But she had a very cool photo that I'm hoping goes viral. So I don't know if you guys are able to see my screen if this is showing up on the Facebook Live. But it's probably one of the coolest fucking photos I've ever seen in my.
Looks like a Borderlands 6 cover. You know what I mean?
Looks like something you see in Fallout.
Awesome.
Yeah, it looks like when you're exploring Fallout and you look at like the pictures that people have on the walls.
Yeah,
that looks like something that's pretty cool.
So
we're gonna get a lot of pandemic games, and this might be the cover of one.
That's what I'm saying. I think they need to get paid.
So.
I think they need to get paid for this. Like I immediately screenshotted this and told her like, hey, can I share this? And I went to Twitter and I like added like some like wedding magazines. I was like, wouldn't this be
looks
really
awesome?
Cool? And
where are they at, by the way?
None of them responded. They're in I want to say
Brown County,
the Carolinas, North Carolina.
It says if you look on the screen, it says Carolina something on there.
Where is
but you have to look with your eyes. It's so here's all of us.
Asheville, North Carolina.
Oh, with our eyes. That's how you look. I've been doing it wrong. This
that
whole
looks
time.
awesome, man. That's badass. I took a picture kind of like that at Brown County. That's why I thought Brown County.
Yeah. So what I want to say is congratulations to Carla and Ben Johnson. Carla was a great friend in college and a friend that lasted after college. Not a lot of them did, but Carla and I still stay in touch. And congrats on getting married. I just wanted to share you guys on the hashtag nailed it segment because as soon as I saw this photo, your guys' photo, hashtag nailed the times that we're living in, and you guys kind of poking fun at the fact that a lot of your wedding plans got kind of ruined because of the pandemic, and it's a cool photo to always remember it by.
Real fast. What do we think about the black pants, the black under, and then the dark blue vest?
I'm digging it. I think
I'm down. Yeah, I love it.
Is it play?
Does
that work?
It's almost like a steel blue.
It almost doesn't work, but it works because it almost doesn't work.
I feel
it's a nice clash of
but
colors.
also aroused.
Yeah, I like it, man.
Yep, I think Ben pulled it off. So what I wanted to kind of go around the horn real quick and see. I don't know. I know I'm kind of putting you guys on the spot, but I don't know if any of you guys have a hashtag nailed it type post or video, photo, anything like that. I know Chris has something from Ty Schmidt, but we'll get into that because I think that's more of just an interesting topic to jump into. So, Deadman, I think you spoke up, so you go ahead.
I do. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
What do you want it on? Messenger?
Facebook Messenger would probably be the easiest.
Okay.
This is stuff that we do before we go live.
Yeah, this is usually prep. I'm putting it on the. There you go. I'm putting it in the group thing that we have.
All right.
Right there. There you go.
I got it pulled up, and then we'll share the screen with the audience and you guys.
Kabam!
All right. So it's Brent Terhune, one of my favorite people to follow.
He's
on
awesome.
Twitter.
I love that guy.
He's also one of my favorite comedians. It's a local comedian from Indianapolis. QAnon, we warned you about all this. Me, what's going to happen next? Q, it doesn't work that way. We just take whatever's currently happening and then we say we warned you. We're like a shittier Miss Cleo.
Hashtag nailed it.
That's great. Or it's like what is it, Captain Hindsight from South Park?
Yep.
That's one of my favorite episodes as well. But no, Brent Terhune is awesome. I don't know if you guys have seen his videos, but his videos are hilarious and his Twitter is hilarious because everybody that's watching the videos on his Twitter that he is making think he's being legitimate and serious, and it just blows up. Almost every tweet he does goes viral. I'm not even kidding you guys.
Great beard on that guy too, by the way.
Yeah, Brent Terhune, stud. He is absolutely killing the internet. I think he even got a little article in like Variety magazine or something. Some big like internet magazine featured him. It was pretty awesome. He's very hilarious stand-up comedian.
Yeah, there you go. That was my hashtag nailed it.
Yes.
I was recently on, I don't know if I can say that, but I guess I'll say I was recently on another podcast talking about conspiracy theories and stuff like that. Huh?
He said no free ads.
No free ads. No free ads. They got to pay for advertising.
Did you pay the $5.99.99 fee to talk about other things?
No. Was it the Pointless Discussions podcast?
No. It was a little bit before that.
Okay.
But I was on another podcast talking about this kind of stuff, and I was just going through debunking. I've been on Juicy Show. I've been on Highly Inappropriate. This is what I do. I debunk things. I use logic and science and basic philosophy to go through these things, and I was just debunking stuff, and then literally the next show right afterwards, right after the show I was on, they were like right back at it, and I'm just like,
all right. Yeah, and I don't know, man. I think the internet's such a wild place that it's hard to believe anything that you see on there regardless, and
Believe it all. Everything on the internet's true.
and I do get fired up about sports whenever I see a highlight video of somebody, even though it's training camp. Josh,
I don't watch sports.
Did you have any posts or anything that are hashtag nailed it segment for you?
Well, it's not really a post, but I had a conversation with a friend of mine. He was, as guys do when they see somebody who's really cute on the internet, they want to talk to them, and they'll talk to their friends like, man, what the fuck do I say to this girl? Now I can't, hold on, let's see if I actually have the unedited version. I don't. So I'm going to send you the edited version of it. And
No edited.
Fuck you. I can't find it. I think I deleted it.
Fuck
Doesn't
you.
matter.
I'm sending you that place.
That's just how it's gonna be. I'm gonna send it to you,
Fuck
and basically
yourself.
it's advice that I gave him, and my writing is the orange, and it's basically just like it's a good icebreaker. I feel this is a good icebreaker for anybody, and I think people don't understand. I really think it's a good icebreaker, and I kind of want to get your opinions on it. What do you think?
What should I say to her? Show her your blank.
Show her your dick. Ladies
love that.
Please tell me that was the eggplant emoji.
No, it was. I wrote the word "dick." Actually, is what I wrote. And that's why I deleted it. Otherwise, I would have kept it up there.
Eggplant it, dude.
But I want to offend people, but not all the way.
That's beautiful.
Just enough.
You still have buddies that text you and ask you what to say to girls?
Well, it's not in that sense. It's like one of those things because I do it with my friends too. Like I'll be like, dude, I saw this. I know I'm the worst. Look, I get it.
Man, it's like junior high shit, dude.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
Dude, what do I tell her? How do I
buds.
tell her I like her, man? Do I write her a note?
No,
Like,
it's real simple. I'm not gonna defend my friends.
Love me. Do you wanna be my friend?
Hey,
Hope
that's
he's
a
not
good one.
listening.
That's
Is
a
that-
banger.
do I buy her a Backstreet Boys CD, guys? I don't know.
All right, so you were basically somebody was asking you for advice. So
And it wasn't like he was nervous about it. He was kind of dicking around and being funny, and
I
that's
gotcha.
kind of why I said that.
I got you.
And
I like it.
That's a good response. I feel like that's a response that I would get from Chris if I was
Just
if I was.
look.
And always show the dick. I mean, you don't know unless you show it, right?
It's a good icebreaker.
It's
You guys-
It's like
Huh?
what
You guys ever watch
Huh?
How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
The show? Remember the naked man? It works
Wow.
70%
What
of
is
the
it?
time or something like that.
No. 2 out of 3 times.
2 out of 3 times it always works. And there's a whole episode. So like you just go on the first blind date back to her house or your house.
Awful.
She goes to the
Mhm.
bathroom, butt naked.
Buck naked,
Works.
and it works
2 out
2
of 3 times. 2 out of 3 times. It was a good episode.
awful.
It worked for Robin, Ted, but it didn't work for Barney.
Yeah.
I like Taylor Ball's already responding to our conversation. She says, no. Ask her if she wants to see your dick pic, then send her a picture of your Dick Van Dyke.
That's right.
And let's see what else she has right here.
Or Dick Clark.
Or Dick Clark.
What's the proper angle on a dick pic, too, by the way?
Dude,
Do you do like the Beastie Boys
no
underneath?
angle. Don't ever
You
show
go
it.
up and down?
That's right. You don't. That's right. Exactly. You be a gentleman.
If you,
I've never.
I mean, if
I'll
she
say this
wants
right
it,
now,
though.
and
What
I've
if
said
she
I've
wants
said
it?
Many times, nobody wants to see your dick. Even if they say they want to see your dick, they don't want to see your dick.
That's right.
There's a guy at work that was
I've had to win a couple of bets. All right, let's not get muddied by the details here.
the guy at work was on some dating sites, and chicks were asking it. He said that a chick asked for a picture of his butthole, and he said that he sent it to her. And he was at work talking about it. And we were like, dude, no chick wants to see your butthole, dude. You sent that to a dude. Like you got catfished. He's
That's
like,
so
oh my
funny.
God. That's a true story, too.
That's definitely true too. He definitely sent it to a dude.
Hold on. There's a comment here that says, if I wasn't shackled by the chains of heterosexuality, I would do Duncan in a New York minute. Dude, you don't have to be homosexual to have sex with a guy. You don't have to be homosexual.
In the comments, making great comments, as well as Alex Lemke. Thank you from the PTO Unlimited podcast. She's chatting along as well. Whitney O'Brien and then Taylor Ball. She says, obviously the right angle is bent over the toilet, spread eagle, back camera selfie in the mirror.
Oh,
That's one of you can pull it off.
that would work.
Good Lord.
You get a lot of bloody butthole from me.
Chris
though, if I did
understood that. I did not catch any of that at all.
I got it. Yeah.
I'm glad that you guys know what's going down. So, all right. So we've done the hashtag nailed it segment. Another thing that I wanted to bring up was the picture that Josh JX shared with me of Toby.
Yeah.
And I think it's definitely worthy of the podcast. So basically, I'm going to share the screen. Anybody that is listening that is solely audio, just picture, if you will, Toby Keith written in the top right of the picture. A gentleman with a beautiful blonde feathered mullet.
Oh, God, it's gorgeous.
And the hair going down to the shoulders. A silver and black bolo tie, blue button up with the two pockets.
That's got to be a jean
buttons.
shirt. It looks like a jean shirt almost.
Look at the
black
stance, dude. Like he's standing like a samurai, too.
And he's got like his
like
right hand
I'm vulnerable but strong.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's like a samurai. He's like a ninja or samurai.
He also does have a ring on, so I don't know if Toby Keith is married, but
maybe he's like trying to signify, hey, I'm down to I'm down for commitment. Maybe we should.
No, he's definitely married. This is
he's
before he blew up
married.
and had to divorce his wife and get a hotter one.
So I told
all I'm seeing in this picture is a youth pastor that took some really unfortunate pictures, and this is the picture they're using in the 5 o'clock news to get your attention drawn to this guy.
Oh my God, dude.
Okay, so I posted this photo on the Juice in the Morning Facebook page as well as my personal page, Justin Kelly. So if you guys want to see it, definitely go there. There was 48 comments. I'm not going to do all of them. I'm going to do the ones that made me laugh out loud. So let's just go ahead and start, and I'll read them. And if you guys see any that you like a lot on other pages, let me know.
Dude, real quick, he was 32 when he released this song.
32.
He was 32. It was 93 when this song came out, and he was born in 61.
And it is the Every Light in the House is On song, right? That was his first hit.
What the hell?
No, this is from Should Have Been a Cowboy.
Oh, so yeah, okay.
All right.
Oh, Every Light in the House is On might be Blake.
Oh no!
It is Blake. That is Blake.
Is Blake. That's Blake's first one with his gorgeous mullet, and his Should Have Been a Cowboy. You're right. He wrote it too. Didn't win no awards. Started to fight.
I worked. Look, dude. I worked in. Never mind. I worked at FMS, so it doesn't matter. That's how I know.
I got you.
This is. I'm sorry. Right. I'm just not over that. I totally hear like a newscaster, just like, if you recognize this man or have any information about his whereabouts, please contact your local police department. I can't do it.
So I do like I like some of the comments. Jeremiah Morrell, yeah, but how do you like him now? Living in your radio, that was okay. Bo Bowker stand-up comedian that I had on the podcast in the early days of the Juice in the Morning podcast. He lives
when
out
you
in
were good.
California. He said, "Hey, Brenda, I was wondering if you was going to the Hootenanny at Old Man Crabble's barn this." Oh no. Yeah, no, me neither. Well, okay, well I gotta go wash my hair. I mean my truck. So many tears, runs away so fast. I liked his post, but I think one of the best ones was
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I liked
This is
Ryan
the Toby
Mays.
Keith you can bring home to mom.
I liked Ryan
Oh,
Mays that says, "I
God.
don't have any joke that comes to mind, but let me mull it over and I'll get back to you." I
Oh, God.
always love a good pun.
Guidance.
Toby Keith.
I like Jordan Payne. This is the Toby Keith that turned Joe Exotic gay and mentored his hairdo. That's pretty good. This is perfect and full circle for the conversation that we just had. This is the Toby Keith that sends his friend over to see if you like him.
Yeah.
Dude, deliver this note for me. Deliver this note for me, would you?
This is what did I say? I said this is the Toby Keith that cries after sex. Is
Yes,
that what I
for
said?
sure.
Oh my God.
Sarah Jean Hoke. Sarah Hoke was one of my managers that I worked for multiple years ago, but she probably won the entire comment section for me, and I might have to end it after this. She said, "This is the Toby Keith that says I'm being naughty today before biting into a cupcake." that floored me. I laughed out loud.
That's it. That's the one.
That's probably.
I think this is the Toby
no.
Keith that made Chris Duncan buy his first CD from Walmart.
And this is the kind of hairstyle that Chris Duncan's going to have in less than probably 2 or 3 weeks.
You guys remember
can't wait.
back in the mid 90s where every electronics store employee looked like this?
Oh yeah, and dude, I had fucking button-up shirts like this. I was a cowboy when I was little, dude. This is like that was the style. That was the style, dude.
I'm from fucking
You weren't no
Texas.
goddamn cowboy.
I'm from Texas, and I never dressed like this.
Oh, dude, I know it. I know I did. I had the tight jeans, the fucking button-ups with 2 pockets, dude. Oh yeah.
You wear a Carhartt jacket in the winter?
Oh yeah, for
Oh
sure.
hell yeah.
Chris Montgomery, this Toby Keith sings Red Sippy Cup, I Fill You Up, while volunteering to help out during snack time at his daughter's daycare. Thought that was a pretty good one as well. That was Chris Montgomery. Then I gotta finish these. I think there's a lot of good ones. Cameron Wells, Kevin's brother Buzz, if Home Alone took place in Alabama. I thought that was a pretty good one. I've got one.
That's the
more.
best one, dude.
I've got one.
I
more.
can tell by them buck cheeks, dude. Looks like a little squirrel, little chipmunk face.
I still can't believe he's 32 in this pic.
This is another one
I
of
know,
my favorites,
right?
and this is the last one I'll read. Ryan O'Kelly, who's been on the podcast before as well. He says, when it's picture day and you're too shy to tell your teacher that you left your order form at home. That's exactly what it looks like.
No, this is the picture day, and it's the hot new math teacher in
Oh, holy
1996.
fuck. Holy fuck.
Yeah, exactly. This is the I'm
By
trying to get the
88,
French
right?
teacher's attention, you know?
So that was a good one, right? That was a good little thing to go through. I appreciate everybody posting and sharing online. Matt Martz, I know you went hard, dude. You posted so many that I can't read all of them, but I appreciate your effort. I'm trying to find one that I thought was really good. I apologize, man. I know it's tough, but hell, I wish he didn't know now what he didn't know then. I'm telling you, man. I think sometimes you just miss the mark just a bit outside. So we'll get there. We'll get there, Matt Martz. Keep working, man. Keep going after it. And then let's go into.
Oh my! Way to let him down easy, jeez. Like I was waiting for the
Oh, you fucking suck.
and anywhere you were awarded no points. You know,
And
Do
make
not
up
pass go, do not
the Happy
collect.
Gilmore.
You're happy. Your laughs. Okay, so we're gonna share the next screen, Chris. This is something you brought up, and this is part of the sports world. Let's go ahead and dive into it real quick. It's not super sports related, so I think Josh, you and Deadman, I think can still appreciate it. Chris, I'm gonna let you go ahead and read this one.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Josh isn't a Josh
Ty,
isn't a sports nerd either.
What's that?
I like
Josh,
it.
God damn it. All right, never mind.
Sorry.
Deadman said that he's happy that Josh is also not a full-on sports nut like Chris and I.
Well, Ty Schmidt of the Pat McAfee Show tweeted this picture, obviously from a Yankees game. I think they're playing the Cavs, the Indians. But this guy's name is Ray Caldwell, and it says he was an Indians pitcher from 1919 to 1921. It says on 8/24/1919, he was struck by lightning in the 9th inning of his Indians debut, and then finished the game after being revived from a lightning strike. And also pitched a no-hitter 17 days later at New York, won 20 games for the 20 world champion Indians. So this, I mean,
the picture of the guy
it blew my mind when I seen it. It actually absolutely blew my mind to even think about it, that this dude, he finished the game after being revived. Like, they don't make them like that anymore, boys. Like, that generation is dead and gone.
The picture, first of all, has to be a before shot of him getting struck by lightning, because I imagine he looked like a fucking ogre afterwards with like a melted face or something like that. That's probably why he.
I don't think anything changed. I think the lightning struck him and he just stayed like that. Look at that! Look at that fucking guy! Look at that mug, dude! It's made of stone.
Well, and then also the other question I have, Chris, to follow this up with is: he was struck by lightning. Did that like shorten his career span? But he was also like just immensely powerful and like got superpowers. He had 2 years, 1919 to 1921. Like, that's not a long career, but to be able to throw a no hitter and
back
also,
then, this guy probably just like quit to go do something even more awesome. Like, he
probably went to the war.
Went to war, fucking. He probably went to a war. Probably like defeated like who knows who. Like, he's
Hitler.
went on to better things. You know,
he's actually the Winter Soldier. They captured him and then they reprogrammed his brain, and he's now a Russian super soldier.
I mean, hold on. Just think about it like this: like, you get fucking struck by lightning, you die on the mound, they bring you back, you pitch no hitters and everything else like that. Just have a wonderful 2 years, but then it circles round and it cycles back, and you're supposed to play your first game back on the same mound you died on.
Right.
I'd retire too.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
I'm not risking it twice, guys. I'm not.
The thing is, it's definitely shit that a movie is made out of.
Oh, for
Oh,
sure.
definitely, yeah.
And second of all, to get struck by lightning, revived, and then finish the game is absolutely the biggest sports feat of all time. Has to be.
That's unheard of.
And he made 5 cents, probably at the end of that game. If that,
he played baseball for 11 years.
Oh, okay.
And he probably quit. Probably just for the Indians then.
Oh, okay, that makes perfect sense. That he probably drifted around the league a little bit.
But that's insane, dude. That's absolutely insane.
Completely.
I was gonna say he probably quit baseball to go like mine coal to make more money for his family.
Right, or fight.
He had a baby on the way or something.
Crush raw coal into diamonds.
But
That's
definitely,
all
all you Hollywood movie makers that want to just copy old movies and not make nothing new, take a look at that. There's a little plot for you. Go ahead and fire that one up.
Yep.
Yes, because Hollywood has never produced a sports movie about somebody overcoming adversity. Fuck, never heard of that one, Chris. That's fucking new.
Not struck by lightning.
You're patenting that shit,
dude. My vision is a straight comedy, like 100% comedy. Dude gets struck by lightning and
everything.
Gets a 100-mile-an-hour fastball and just says fuck and shit all the time, like R-rated comedy. Like Kenny Powers, imagine Kenny Powers getting struck by lightning, and then he can throw 100 miles an hour. And
well, I mean, like this was a whole movie. This was the 1920s, so I mean, I'm imagining there's going to be a lot worse words than fucking shit in it, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah,
set it in the 20s and make it funny. Like Seth Rogen would have a heyday.
Yeah,
It also says here that he was an alcoholic, so that'll add to it too.
I mean,
so there's juice.
They all were.
There's juice right there. Now you got juice.
This is like a Great Depression, dude. I'd have been a fucking pounding claws back then.
Could you imagine trying to hand a guy from the 1919s or the 1920s a fucking White Claw? He'd slap you in the mouth. He'd slap you in the mouth and tell you to fuck off.
Dude, there's a newer movie.
I think he'd drink it, but I think if you tried to hand him like flavored vodka or something like that, that's what would cause violence.
That's pretty much what a White Claw is.
Yeah, beer is beer. But
Yep.
like you try to hand him like raspberry sorbet vodka from Skull or some shit. That's when you
He would just pound it and look at you like you're an idiot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
like
and for
But there's
fuck
a
off.
newer Seth Rogen movie where it's like he gets trapped and then comes back, and it's like his great grandson.
oh yes,
and
I
it's
gotta
Seth
see this.
Rogen.
It's coming out. It's like almost
I've
like
already seen it on my illegal cable, and it's fucking hilarious.
it's almost like a
hilarious.
Rip Van
He's-
Winkle thing or something.
But he's like based in this time, and like he comes back. Excuse me, and it's Seth Rogen as the guy from back then, and Seth Rogen now, and he's like his great grandson.
Is it a TV show or is it a movie?
It was a movie.
Okay,
and like
cool.
he like comes in the house, like they like find him, like, but you just have to watch it. He
Dude,
comes
I
in
gotta
the
see
house,
that.
and it's so funny. He's like, "My great grandson, how many socks you own?" And he's like, "I don't know, like 20 pair of socks." What are you, a doctor? I don't know. You just gotta watch.
So that
Funny
actually,
stuff, man.
that's actually a great segue, Chris, into the next segment. I want to kind of go around. I want to go around the horn. Everybody, what are you currently watching, or what do you suggest people to check out? Chris already had his with the Seth Rogen movie, but if you have another one, we'll circle back to you. I'm going to start with mine. New favorite show of all time, Ted Lasso. It's fantastic. What? It's on Apple. It's on Apple TV. It's Jason Sudeikis as he's a college football coach, American football coach from Kansas or Missouri or something like that, and he gets hired by an English Premier League soccer team to be the coach of their soccer team, like on a whim. Like, it's kind of crazy, and it's just, I mean, every aspect of the show is awesome. It grabbed me from the minute I started watching it. He's on a plane, he's going there, he's like kind of trying to figure out if it's going to be a good move or not, and some like English guy kind of like leans down to him and like tells him he's mental for going there, and like they're going to eat him alive when he gets there. And his coach is funny. He's very dry sense of humor, so there's humor. It's very heartwarming even, and like very few shows. I mean, my cold dead heart doesn't get turned on too much when it comes to shows anymore. But this show definitely, like, I kind of like was like, oh, that's fucking sweet. That's cool. Like, cause he's a really good guy too, on top of that. So there's comedy, there's the heartfelt stuff. There's a little bit, there's like drama between, you know, the owners of the soccer team, cause it's like a failing soccer team that he's taking over. It's a great show. I highly suggest it. Ted Lasso. It's 5 episodes in on Apple TV. If you don't have Apple TV, I can probably share my login.
Wait, hold on. You're talking about a sports show about somebody overcoming adversity. And I think Chris has a fucking lawsuit on his hands, man.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Now, he said football. Is he coaching like football, and then goes and coaches soccer?
Yeah, like he's an American football coach. They even have like a thing where they cut to like ESPN, and ESPN's talking about
like football, like touchdown,
American football, and
American
then he goes and
football
coaches
versus
European football.
Yep,
Gotcha.
he takes
football,
over as a European football coach. That's why it's like so crazy, because he's never ever coached soccer before in his life, and he's kind of like a Pete Carroll. He's a real players coach. Like, everybody loves him. The video highlight they show on the fake ESPN is him like dancing in the middle of like a crowd of players to music and stuff like that. It's a very good show. Very good show. It's awesome. Funny. It's intriguing. It's great all around. So I highly suggest it. And then we'll go down to Josh. Do you have anything that you're watching or that you want to suggest people check out?
Yeah, on Netflix. It's called Hoops. It's so funny, dude. It's stupid funny. And it's got Jake Johnson from The New Girl. He played Nick.
I've interviewed him on this podcast.
Fuck, are you kidding me?
Swear to God. It's like,
I feel like him and I would be good friends, you know? Like, it's like
90 something.
You know, he's like one of those people that I'd be like, yeah, dude, let's, get lunch or some shit and talk shit about people. He'd be like, I'm down.
He was one of the coolest
I bet he was, dude.
He's one of the coolest guests that we had that was like, in my opinion, he's got the biggest following. Like, if you get on Twitter, he's got like over couple 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like, he was a major star, and also he was just finishing up work on Into the Spider-Verse. So like, he couldn't really talk about it on the episode.
Right.
But he was
like,
this,
you could tell he was excited.
Like, I got this comic book movie where I play Peter Parker, blah, blah, blah. It was awesome. It was a great conversation. And if anybody wants to go back and listen to it, I'm really super fucking surprised, because it's like, I would say it's in the bottom like 20% of episodes. And I don't know why. out of all of the episodes I've done, that's one of the least downloaded, and it was one of the best conversations, and it was one of the most famous people we ever had on the show ever. So it's just really strange. But keep going. I'm sorry, you were talking about
good.
hoops.
It's only like 10 episodes, and it's about a basketball coach who is trying to overcome adversity, and
It is animated as well.
and it's animated, and it's because with animated stuff they can literally do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Okay, can I?
Now is he a gym teacher too?
Yeah, actually, no. He's just a coach, and he coaches for a team called the Colts.
Yep.
But is he
in
the gym
Kentucky?
teacher at a high school?
I think he is a teacher, isn't he? Or at least he's in the
No,
school
I think he's
all the time.
Yeah, he's in the school all the time because I think he's just a no. He is a. I don't remember.
I can't remember.
I got to go
if
back
he's
and
an
watch
actual
it.
teacher or not.
That was my dream.
I've watched some of it, and I also don't want to spoil anything for you, Josh. But
it's good. I've seen it all.
One thing that I would like to say is, if you're easily offended by anything, you're gonna get offended by that. Show.
Easily offended.
I mean, it's probably the most offensive, raunchy show that I've seen in
watching it tonight
a long time. Like it's really like
I would think it's like the second most offensive thing I've seen.
I was kind
Is
of
it more offensive than Big Mouth?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Like,
wow. That's
dude.
a line.
It's on par with Big Mouth, and it goes a little bit further with.
What about the Bill Burr? What was the Bill Burr? Netflix
F is for Family, which is really good
great. Netflix has their animation down.
Yeah.
I would say Hoops is by far the most offensive animated thing they have on there.
I mean,
F is for Family is my shit. Dude.
He's talking about like the very first episode. I'm not going to ruin it, but the very first episode, he's basically he's talking about getting a hooker for a player that he wants to play on his team because the kid doesn't want to play basketball,
and he's underage,
and the kid's underage. The kid's 16. So like it's a pretty offensive. It's a pretty offensive.
What's it set in? What age?
It's in Kentucky. No, it's now, but it's in Kentucky.
So it's current, like
yeah. So it's probably like I would say probably like Louisville, maybe. I don't know what the town is, but I would assume it's probably like Louisville or something like that.
Hell yeah, man! I'm definitely checking that out.
So
you'll love it.
That's two sports shows that we've talked about. Deadman, let's see if you can make it three sports shows in a row. What do you got going on? What are you watching? Any movies? Any TV? Anything that we should be checking out?
I'm totally gonna fuck the formula here. I recently got Netflix back, so I've actually been Umbrella Academy. I cannot stop talking about Umbrella Academy. It's so fucking good. It's so well written. It's so intricate, and they throw you one of the biggest red herrings I've ever fucking seen in recent cinema, and it's so good. It has a lot of Gerard Way in it. It has a lot of what you see like what what made Dark Horse Comics really good. Yeah. And eventually even when they got merged with DC for a while. And then honestly, I cannot stop praising it. Like I finished I've watched season 2 3 times. I've watched season 1 3 or 4 times. It just keeps getting better, and the more times you watch it, the more stuff you realize.
Who's your favorite character?
5.
5. Is he the
time
traveler?
He's the time traveler. Yeah. 5 is 5. That kid is only fucking 16 years old.
Yeah, and he's been 16 for like 80 years or something like that.
No.
You're talking about the actor.
The actor is only 16 years old, and
he's fucking fantastic.
So incredible.
Yeah,
I'm like, this dude has a long career ahead of him because he is incredible. Other than that, I've been just like since I recently got Netflix back just to watch Umbrella Academy and finish up with Lucifer because I know one of the writers.
My wife.
Jennifer, my wife loves that show.
My wife too, dude.
It's
I was like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
I know the original like comic books it came out of, like the Neil Gaiman stuff it came out of.
But it is kind of like pop music though, because when my wife is watching it, like I'll catch myself like asking her like, what the fuck's going on right now? Like I'll get into it.
I'm done with it.
It's totally colorful and whatever, but I mean, like, since I know the Neil Gaiman like origin, since I know one of the writers on the show, I support them, so I support it. Yeah. But
well,
I would support anything that your voice tells us to watch.
Hell yeah!
I also watched this fucking movie, and it took me 4 attempts to get through it. Called
it wasn't any good.
Den of Thieves.
I think I actually saw that.
I might have seen this too.
That's a Netflix original, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Netflix original. Gerard Butler, Ice
Yeah.
Cube's son. It has a bunch of like B actors. 50 Cent is in it,
Yeah.
and it took me 4 fucking attempts because like I was sitting here like as somebody like Juice has worked with me in directing stuff, and he's worked with me in writing stuff. So I'm just sitting here watching this fucking 2.5-hour movie, going, this could have been cut down by 45 fucking minutes and told better and quicker, but instead we're just chewing this fucking scenery.
Yep.
4 minutes for this fucking scene. Oh, and then like they have this one thing where they establish like who gets shot about what, and then in the next goddamn scene negate the entire goddamn premise. And whoever the fuck was the consultant for the firearms on that movie needs to be fired and whipped with something heavy and stiff. Because
Hey man, dude,
dude.
So
You're right.
So definitely
No.
don't watch Den of Thieves.
Who hurt you, man?
That
Who the
movie
fuck hurt you?
hurt me. That was
All right, definitely
I'm not
Den of
getting back.
Thieves. Don't watch Den of Thieves. I mean, that voice. I'm not watching that one.
Another show that I watched that might pick the interest of some of the nerds in the group is Legend of Korra. I watched 3 seasons of that. I thought that was pretty good. It's kind of
No idea.
it's in the same world as Avatar, the Last Airbender TV show. It's kind of like it's not really an anime, is it? Like it's kind of like just an anime.
I thought
American
it was about
animation.
that owl movie. That's what I thought that was with. Never
I like
mind.
anime
I'll
porn.
Hentai.
Yes.
Oh, good lord.
All right. So
Wait, real fast. High Score. Watch it on Netflix.
High Score. That's
Yeah,
like
it's
the
about like when the old video
documentary.
games, Atari, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then another one, my other show is called Tiny Creatures on Netflix. And if you want the most like on edge that you've ever been in your life, watch an episode of Tiny Creatures, and you'll be super intense. Like you'll like it.
The people that are in the chat joining.
I'm trying to do my Deadman voice. Did it work?
Joining,
No.
it was
Close.
Doesn't hold a candle. The people in the chat, we're going to do some questions real quick. And then if you guys have any movies or television or anything that you are watching, definitely post it in this in the chat so that we can maybe check it out. We're going to move on, though. We've got some pod deck questions, guys, like we always do. I'm kind of running a little bit low on these, so I need to re-up and get the little, like, what the F pack and things like that.
The expansion packs.
There's some Would You Rathers in there as well. So what I'm going to do is, if you've watched recently, I'm just going to pull a card off the top of the deck, and we're going to all answer it. So the first one off the top of the deck, man, I feel like we've done these before. All right, some of these are very similar. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and skip. I have shuffled them, but I feel like some of the packs kind of are similar. But this one is, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? For me, it's chicken wings. We'll just move on quickly to everybody. What's one food you could eat for the rest of your life?
Tacos.
Lasagna.
Hamburgers.
There you go. This is the next. This is the next one. This is actually a good question. I'm a fan of the next one. How much would someone have to pay you to eat a live spider?
How much does a bottle of Jack Daniels cost?
What, $28 or something like that? Maybe
I'm not the big one, dude. I'm not. You've seen me drink. You really think the small 750 is going to hold me over?
I think even like a liter is like not that much.
I don't think so.
Can it be like a daddy long leg?
Well, a spider. So isn't a daddy long leg, not to get technical, but isn't a daddy long leg not technically an arachnid? Is that?
No, it is an arachnid.
It's like the most poisonous spider alive, right?
Yeah, but it can't bite you. So little.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, Chris, if that's the way you want to go, if you want to kind of bitch out and eat a daddy long leg, I guess. Like,
I mean, I'm not gonna eat no goddamn tarantula.
You're not gonna get a lot of money from that one. I mean.
So I mean, like, what's the money? We're talking money.
Does it have to be alive, or can I saute it first?
Oh, it's got to be alive. That's the part of the question. A live spider.
$17.50.
$17.50, like as in $17.50 or 1,000.
Whatever. Yeah, sure. $17.50.
Buy me a Topps Crown Blaster from Walmart. I'll eat a spider.
Listen, get me one of those L-shaped couches with the double reclining chairs on either side, and we'll be good.
Oh,
I
God,
think the
no,
biggest
no.
question that we need to figure out as a group here to kind of answer this hypothetical, what kind of spider is it? Is it a large spider? Is it a small spider? Is it a tarantula? Like, what are we talking here? Let's make that decision, and then we'll make the decision on how much money it would take.
Well, I mean, it's got to be something substantial. So, like a house spider,
Yeah,
maybe
like
about an inch and a half.
What about those banana spiders I used to find on my country?
Yeah, you don't want to eat those.
Barn, dude. The
You
things
don't
were
want to eat
this
those.
fucking
Yeah.
big. They were probably, at least 3 to 4 inches long.
Yeah, no, you don't want to eat those. Those are quite venomous.
Yeah.
Their hairs are actually designed to get stuck in your gums and the roof of your
Oh,
mouth.
that's disgusting.
Nice.
All right, so house spider, what are we saying? Is he the size of a nickel? Is he a dime? Is he a quarter size?
Now, is it the bigger the spider,
Deadman
the more
looking off
money we
camera
get?
to find a fucking spider that's just crawling across his table.
No, I'm talking about something like a ring. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like a good quarter.
So if it's that size, I'm saying right now $150. I could do that for $150.
Chris, what about
That's
you?
not terrible.
I mean, yeah, I'm there right there, man. Like $20.
I mean, I did tell on the podcast that I fucking I ate a bumblebee that was probably the size of like maybe a little smaller than a dime. I ate one of those just like it was flying around. I smacked it and I put it in my mouth, took a shot. So I'm not really scared of eating something gross. I don't think that bothers me all that much.
I stand where I stood. What's a bottle of Jack cost?
Chris is with $20. I'm 150. Deadman. Bottle of Jack.
Bottle of Jack.
I'm gonna be the biggest whore here and say 1750.
$1.
Now, fuck you, 75 cents.
Price is right, dude.
Is 1750? Is that like a significant number that I should know? Is that a reference I should know?
Do you want me to
no,
make it?
dude,
I can make it a reference. I don't give a shit.
No,
now you're stirring up. Now
The
you're just
reference-
stirring up all the QAnons. They're all going to think it's some kind of code, and you need to be rescued from some facility, some fucking underground.
I'm
facility
fine.
under a
I
pizza
promise.
parlor.
Don't come and rescue me.
The reference would be what, like 850? What is the South Park?
350.
350.
I need about 350.
I ain't gonna give you no 350, goddamn monster.
No, I was looking up spiders online, and I said, "What's the biggest one?" And it's the Goliath bird eater.
That is a
I'll
Goliath
show you
bird eater.
I'm going to show you a photo of this thing, and you're gonna poop your pants. Are you ready?
Oh, God.
That's the dude's hand,
Fuck
and that's the
that.
spider on it.
Fuck that
That's
thing.
actually about a medium-sized one. That's a
Shut up! Stop talking. This is where you shut up. Stop it.
That is
Stop talking.
that is like a teenager. It's an adolescent. They can actually get up to 24
This
inches
is like the
in
coconut
diameter.
crab. Are you
Yeah,
guys
you're
familiar with
dead,
the coconut
man,
crab?
dude. Like, I picture spiders just crawling all over you when you're asleep.
I'm good. With it. I'm good
So
with it. I
this
don't
is
care.
this is the
That's the
coconut
king of
crab. I
spiders.
don't know if you can see it very well.
Can you
but
not
this-
see like all the crazy spooky shit behind me?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
yeah.
That crap.
That's a fucking
It's
coconut crab.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
God, that's the worst.
next question.
I lived in Florida, man. I actually got to see a couple of those.
Oh, the Australia of the U.S.
There's some like overseas in Iraq that they like had to shoot with the
Camel
rifles.
spiders,
Yeah,
dude.
they were monsters.
Seen the camel spider too.
I like that Amy hadn't
It's a
responded.
camel
She said-
toe, not a spider. You know
Amy
what I mean?
Hadden from the comments said she would take $500 and she's in. Marshall Tompkins Sims, there's not enough money. No way. She's not doing it regardless.
Why does it look like I have a bald spot? I do not have a.
That's
Oh, it's
okay.
'cause there's fucking moose in my hair. That's why.
It's all right, buddy.
Oh,
Sorry, dude. I look like Bruce Springsteen.
that's a camel spider.
Yep.
Oh, this is a good question because
Like a bed
I feel like I already know Chris Duncan's answer to this next question. Have you ever worn clothing with the labels tags still attached?
Unintentionally.
Now, is this like the ink thing?
This is the reason I say Chris Duncan is because I feel like at some point in your gangster hip hop days, you had the sticker still on the hat. And
Oh,
probably
it's
the tag still on the hat.
Still today, the hologram MLB stickers on every hat.
Yeah.
But is this ink tags? Remember the ink tag thing?
I don't. Oh yeah, the where like if you're trying to steal it and you
Steal
broke
it,
it,
yeah.
it would bust. No, they're talking like the tags. Like, for example, this question would be even good for female listeners as well. Have you ever worn something with the tags on it in the plans to return it as well? I think that's another direction it could go.
Never done it, man.
But
other than the hats, I guess the hats and stuff. But no
I
like,
definitely have pulled off by accident the wearing a polo shirt to work, and it still had the sticker that said large on the back. I definitely have had that before. Somebody's like, "Hey, you got something on you," and then they peel it off. I've had
Inspector 867.
Yeah, that was.
I had that happen to me, but I had to have that happen to me with a pair of shorts though, and it was a friend from work, and they just went, and I was like, "Did you just fucking unrobe me in the middle of?" Oh, it's a sticker, and I was like, "Thanks, bro."
You were about to turn around and tell him. You
I was about to be like, "All right, man, don't start shit you can't finish." All right.
When I was in elementary school, I had a starter jacket. And it came with like one of these little tags on the front, and I just kept it on there. I don't know why.
Didn't those come with like a cool tag though that had like a chain or something on it?
Yeah, it had like a little chain on it and shit like that. Yeah, and it was a Charlotte Hornets because you only had 3 options.
Ooh, LJ it was either Muggsy Bogues.
it was either Charlotte Hornets, Chicago Bulls, or like the Lakers.
Cowboys,
I think those were the 3.
I think Dallas Cowboys.
If your Bloods or Crips, dude, that's all gang related. It really is. I had like a bunch of starter jackets. Now, did anybody get beat up and their starter jacket stolen?
I never had a starter jacket. I was never cool enough to get one.
Yeah,
I went to school with a bunch of pansy Catholic school kids.
Then yeah, you were definitely weren't in that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I had knockoffs from like downtown, but never.
Yeah, I never had the starter jacket. I'm trying to think. Okay, so that's
I did. Cowboys, Packers, Pacers. I had like 6 or 7.
So
I was a spoiled kid.
That's the question I wanted to ask, though, Chris. That's the question I wanted to ask. Did you and everybody else in this group was there anything? Can you think of anything off the top of your head that you really wanted but you weren't ever able to get? And I'll start. I wanted the Allen Iverson AI shoes with the zipper up the middle, and I wanted them in black and white. And I still, to this day, if I could get those shoes,
you can.
I don't think I've looked online, dude. I don't think they have them. Not like they're not like
it's
producing
Reebok too, so it's gonna be tough.
But if I could get those still to this day, I would get them. The one shoe that I did get that I wanted, but I paid for it myself because I was doing a summer job working in high school, was the T-Max. They were all black with the blue square toe on them.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And I always used to say the reason they have the square toe is so that you get closer on the 3-point line without stepping over.
Well, the thing is white shoes, so you can't see the toe on the 3-point line.
Oh, okay. That's
our coach always
a good move too.
I don't know, man.
You said you were a spoiled kid, so you probably didn't have much of that.
And I'm telling you, I did. I got everything I wanted. But I remember the thing that I wanted the most growing up was the all white Webbers. But you remember the Pippins that were the Air Maxes with Air wrote down the side of the shoe?
Yep.
So the all white ones Chris Webber wore them, and they were like Carolina blue in the air pockets.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted them so bad, dude. And my mom, God bless her, struggling like Kay's jewelry job. Like, you don't realize what it's like when you're a kid, but just you want this so bad.
You don't understand the amount of money that
you lay away these things, and I get them, all right. And then the first week I'm at school, one of the dirty fucking Kennard kids tries to stab my fucking air pockets with a pencil in class.
What a little fucker.
Unload on him, blast on him. I get suspended from school. Okay. So I get home and I'm suspended from school. Mom's like, well, obviously mad. And she asked me what happened. And I said, a kid tried to stab my air pockets on my shoes with a pencil. And she said, oh, you're not in trouble.
That's a good mom. That's a good mom. You were sticking up for yourself.
Let's find that.
That probably cost a shitload of money to get those fucking shoes for you.
Let's find that dude now and get him fired.
Well, that poor kid probably was just jealous beyond belief, and you know what I mean. Like I feel for the kid. Is that bad for me?
No.
How dare you?
Poor kid.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to go hard on him because I don't
showing actual emotion in a podcast. You monster.
I don't know how bad his life is.
But yeah, that's true story.
Josh, did you have anything that you really wanted that you just weren't able to get, but it was kind of like a cool thing?
Yeah, so this is going to be kind of stupid because I never really I don't know how to say this. So when I was a kid, it's from a TV show, okay? When I was a kid, I really liked the TV show Guts with Mike O'Malley.
Yeah.
And I really wanted a piece so bad. I wanted a piece of that motherfucking aggro crag.
Okay.
Like that's really
Pat
like
McAfee has it in his studio. We should definitely look into getting some for ourselves.
Yeah, maybe he'll cut us a piece. But I just that's the one thing I wanted. But I didn't really ask for much as a kid because I didn't it sounds weird. Besides Pokemon cards, that was about it.
Another thing
I did.
Another thing, I was terrible because I was ungrateful for everything that my mom got me.
Me too, dude.
I
It's
always,
Shit.
I
don't you
always,
feel like shit looking back on yourself?
because
I feel terrible.
I've always been the kid that wants, and even to this day as an adult, I want the fucking name brand cool
Yes.
shit. I don't
Same
want
way.
any fucking off-brand shit. My wife gets
Same
pissed
way.
at me because like I'd rather buy a North Face instead of like a Columbia jacket, that kind of thing. Like I want the nicest thing.
I mean, you live in Westville, dude.
Bougie as
Come
fuck.
on, you bougie ass motherfucker.
And so,
You wanted the Eminem hat, and he got it. Look at it.
growing up, I wanted, like, I always would like bitch at my mom because she would get me, the equivalent of what I wanted, but it wasn't quite what I wanted. So like, I would just be an asshole and like,
Just trying to make you happy because that's what she
Exactly.
could afford.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I
I did same thing with me.
feel bad looking
Same
back
thing.
on it. All right, Deadman, what did you have? Was there something you wanted that you weren't able to get as a kid?
I didn't want for much simply because I didn't really have the desire for it.
Right.
What's weird though is that everything I could not get in one fashion or another, I got as an adult.
Okay.
So I've never really had that. I got 2 fucking lightsabers right there because when I was growing up, the lightsabers that were out like for Star Wars movies weren't cool enough.
Oh yeah.
I refrained from buying them, so I got 2 of them right fucking there.
Yep.
Right behind my head. I got all these pop figures. I got like mug, like I got all sorts of crazy shit. Like whatever I want, I eventually get it.
Yeah.
For instance, since I watched Cowboy Bebop,
Also on Netflix now.
Yeah, when I was I don't know, fucking 19, 18, 17, like when I was a lot younger, the gun that he used was a Jericho 941 IWI. Always wanted one.
And you got one. I remember this. I remember this picture.
I can't get over your voice, Deadman. Like I'm
I still
just dying
think
laughing to
he's the
myself.
Shrek is love, Shrek is life guy.
Like I want him to do the like Count Dracula, like this thing Zito always does, like 1, 2.
I love that, Deadman. That's awesome. And
So yeah, like it's weird because like every time I want something, I will eventually work my way to it, and like I have a weird sense of patience, but I also have like a weird sense of like if I want something now, I'm gonna fucking do it. And like I've actually put bills off, I've put car payments off. I'm like I just need to fucking buy this thing.
So you have a super focus on the thing, but then you also have a weird patience that you can wait on stuff that you want as well. That's an interesting contradictory thing right there. But
It really is, and it's annoying as shit because those were impulse buys, and those are over $100 each.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it was one of those like, oh hey, they're restocked. Click.
I have a hard time. I take really good care of the stuff that I buy myself, but the stuff that people buy me, for some reason, I either am very prone to lose it, or I'm very prone to break it, or something's not going to go well with it.
I'm Kanye West when it comes to buying.
I got so much stuff that people have gotten me over the years, like behind me. Like a lot of stuff is up here. Like a lot of my Joker stuff is right here.
Yeah.
Like all this stuff is
signed?
Joker. I got all this Joker pop figures, Joker painting plaque right here, another Joker plaque that was being released from the Dark Knight series. I got weird stuff.
You filled the void that you're looking for.
I get weird shit that I want. Like this is a splicer mask that was available when BioShock 2 came out, but then it became unavailable for years, and then it became available again when the Halloween stores picked up the BioShock license.
Oh, wow.
So the first time it opened up, I bought it.
Yep.
Which Halloween store was that? Spirit Halloween?
Yeah, the Spirit Halloween. Yeah,
he's
That's
definitely
one on West Washington Street. That's abandoned, except for 1 month of the year. You know what I mean?
He's got a definitely good collection back there.
Right there in Little Mexico.
Oh, that's
right there on East
that's
Washington.
actually some of what you see. Check it out. It goes.
That's West Washington, isn't it?
Right to the ceiling.
Oh, it is West. It is West.
I like the little alien figure up at the top too. That's one of my favorite things.
Rest in peace,
Okay,
BC.
so let's move on. Next question. We're gonna do like maybe one or two more. Last thing, or not last thing. One of the last ones. If everything in your house had to be one color, what color would that be? So everything in your house had to all be the same color. What color would that be?
Red,
got
dude.
it.
Blood gang. Sewell.
Oh, God, Chris.
Dropping it on him, dude. You know what I mean? Feel me, dude?
No.
I'm gonna go with international orange just to piss people
International
off.
orange. That's nice. That's nice. That's gonna be.
You open up the door, you're gonna be
sting the
blinded.
eyes. It's gonna.
I don't even know what
sting the
color
eyes as
that
you
is.
walk in.
It's like PPE orange, like the bright orange you see on construction sites.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I
The
like
vest
that.
and shit like that. Yeah,
That's
it's
what I
nice.
would make my NASCAR if I was in NASCAR.
So
Either
then,
that or the green. You know,
So
I'd
then
make
the
it
other
super
thing-
shiny so I can blind people.
the other thing I wanted to ask when it comes to this hypothetical, are we able to like pick one color and then different shades of that color, or does it have to all be the exact same color? Because
Nope, just PPE orange.
same.
it's got to be the same color fully.
So all jokes aside, mine ain't the Bloods. You know, that's one throw up gang signs. Mine would be probably green. I like green.
green. That's a good one. Green's a good one.
because we're highly inappropriate.
I can I can concede different shades of one color. I can concede that because like one solid color would be maddening.
Right.
Your voice, dude.
Like
I
it-
would like everything to be
Because
black.
because I like
It
I've
puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the
Puts
hose
it-
again.
yeah.
I've seen
I'd
those
like it to be
Facebook photos
black.
of like the all black, but they're all like a different shade of black houses, and those fucking look sick. I mean, they're super futuristic and modern looking, but
Like Vanta Black.
I think just like black in general, if you could do different shades, I think it would it look.
I'm down, Ozzy. Black would be terrible, dude.
Your house would
What are
get
you,
so
Johnny
hot in the summer.
Cash? What are you, Johnny Cash?
Trying to make a
Motherfucker?
statement.
Coming around the bend.
Hey, don't make me flex
sorry.
it. Don't make me flex it, dude.
I would go,
already did it a couple episodes ago.
I would definitely go Nintendo gray.
Ooh, I like that
that's-
too.
Wait, like
Because
Game
with
Boy
different-
or like Nintendo NES.
NES, the
NES,
original
for
console, Nintendo
Nice.
gray. Because
like
under
that.
different lighting circumstances, you can get a lot of shades out of that, not even have to change the color.
Yeah.
That was my first gaming console, boys.
My
Still
first
Nintendo.
was a Super Nintendo. That was like my first that I owned personally. But
Yeah.
Yeah, spoiled little fuck me had the Nintendo with the guns for Duck Hunt, the little run mat for the track and
Yep.
field. Remember that?
you got the
bundle?
run mat? Are you fucking?
Oh my
I had it.
God.
Jesus
Yes, I
Christ!
had it.
Richie
I know.
Rich, dude.
I know, motherfucker. I'm spoiled as fuck.
If you still had that stuff, you would be a fucking rich man.
I do. It's at my mom's house.
Oh my god, dude! You could,
Ain't it works?
you
Ain't
could-
it works?
You could sell that today.
It still
probably
works.
for
It still
thousands
works.
of dollars.
Original
Yeah.
Zelda, Mike Tyson's
That's
Punch
great.
Out,
Oh
all
my
the games,
God.
dude.
I need to do.
all
I need to
original.
do-
in the boxes.
I need to do a episode of like Seinfeld where we come over and just fucking play with old toys.
Dude, let's do it.
Like we just go and hang out and play. with them.
You
All right,
imagine us doing the track and
Depending
field.
on the serial number of that Nintendo, you could actually be looking at $5,000 to $10,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Not joking.
All right, let's
For
move.
real?
Text your mom right now. Text your mom. Mom, look, listen.
That's two moms. I got
Come
to
on, let's
finesse.
go, let's go.
That's
Come on, let's
two
text her.
moms, one episode. I got to finesse.
Hey,
Yep.
she's in the chat right
All
now.
right. All right, last question because we are hitting a pretty good amount of time. What would be the worst ingredients to fill a burrito? The
Shit.
worst ingredient.
That's exactly what I was gonna say too.
Well, it can't be that obvious. Come on.
I
guys.
mean, that
Poop.
speaks for
You could do
itself.
better. You could do better than he called the shit poop.
Spiders.
Live spiders only. Live spiders only.
Um,
Live spider burrito. Like,
Oh God!
I
Imagine
don't
trying
know.
to hold that. No! Is there coming out from
Anything-
everywhere?
anything that says what is the meat that's not hamburger but all the fast food
The
people are doing
Impossible
it now.
Burger.
Impossible.
Yeah, impossible burrito. Get the fuck out of my face.
Wait, have you had the Impossible Burger?
No,
It's-
I won't.
it's not that. It's okay.
It's-
I wouldn't say
It's not great. I mean, it's not.
America, and I like Toby Keith. And I'm gonna eat my meat.
Red-blooded American.
Hell yeah. Mhm.
I would say anything that's like health food, like get kale the fuck out of my burrito.
Kale, you guys. Kale.
Get any kind of grapes, any kind of like not
Put grapes in your
There's
burrito?
grapes in a
That's what I'm
burrito.
saying. Like these
What
are
is
the
this?
worst.
What is this? A white woman's potato
I'm saying
salad?
these are the worst ingredients. Like it asked, what are the worst ingredients that could go in a burrito? And I'm saying kale, grapes, maybe
What
some
are the
Greek,
best?
maybe some Greek yogurt. Like get that. I mean, I don't know.
Greek yogurt.
I think somebody's probably tried to pull that off before, and it's the worst.
Come on.
The best ingredients. I'll beat it like I did with the sandwich thing. Breakfast foods inside the burrito. So like maybe some waffles, some syrup, maybe some sausage, bacon.
Waffle is the burrito. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
shell.
That's it right there.
Breakfast burritos from Taco Bell or McDonald's, whatever it is, the 2 for $2,
Oh yeah.
undefeated.
Yep. Got those every day before work back in the day.
Undefeated.
So what are the best ingredients for a burrito, guys? And then we'll get.
Oh no, hold on. I still have mine to go, which would definitely
And
be
me too.
a Brazilian tree grub.
A Brazilian tree grub.
Hmm?
All right, Timon and
They're
Poon.
about 3 to 4 inches,
Oh yeah.
and they're one of the only insects that actually carries a circulatory system. So when you bite into it, you're actually going to have red blood.
Oh,
Hell
that's gross.
yeah, dude.
That's
And the only
gross
way to
and
cook them is
disgusting.
you got to cut their heads off and immediately cook them, or it'll rot almost instantly.
That's disgusting. So
Oh,
we
that's
don't
so
want that in the burrito.
No.
All right, Josh, what do you not want in a burrito?
Cigarette butts, man.
Oh.
Cigarette butts and coffee grounds, man.
That
I don't know. That'll give
Coffee's
you quite a
good,
buzz.
dude. Coffee and cigarette butt sounds like a Diamond
A really
Rio
shitty,
song.
like a really shitty band.
Diamond
Like-
Rio song.
It's
It is black
Sounds like a
coffee
Tom Waits
and
album.
4 cigarettes.
it's
It's lunch,
if
yeah.
you
Song
throw in
about
if you
singing
throw
and
in a dead dog, it's a sad Toby Keith song.
Throwing a dead dog, it's fucking Chinese food. Let's go. I'll eat it.
Grubs
You know what I
and
mean?
grubs and dog. Why not?
Okay, so did we say I already said breakfast foods inside of a burrito are the best ingredients? What are some other best ingredients?
Brisket.
The best
Brisket.
burrito
Mm.
ever fucking made is the chili cheese burrito from Taco Bell, and they got
Yeah.
rid of it.
That's,
And
that is not the best burrito of all time,
yes,
dude.
Yes,
There's no way
chili
you can
cheese
fucking
burrito.
die on that hill.
Get
There's
5 of them.
so many
Get a
better
nacho
burritos
cheese
out there
Get a
in the
nacho
world.
cheese dipping
Your
sauce.
stomach's gonna
Chili
be a
cheese
chili
burrito.
cheese burrito.
Boom! It's the best fucking thing ever made.
One more time. One more
so
time.
mad.
Slow
Are
motion.
you
One more
double
time.
penetrated by burritos
Boom.
over there?
Boom.
Oh,
You know
it's
what I
like
mean?
prom night. Fantastic.
Did you say two?
Hey, you
burritos,
get
or
2
did you say
gay
like a
things
sauce?
in your life. We already talked about that
Three. If you're drunk, you
Oh,
get.
we're doing 3.
Yeah,
So
we're
3.
doing 3.
Are you
I mean,
talking
look
about?
at
Are you talking
so
about?
You
two
got to
burritos?
include a freebie.
Is it 2
All right,
burritos at the same time, or were you dipping the burrito into something?
And like, do you
No,
slap it on your face?
Chili cheese burrito.
Get
They
that, get
still
Oh, I
listen,
missed.
Listen,
Ugh.
this is how good chili cheese burritos are.
Burrito stands.
Greensburg, where I work, the owner of it made them make them again. Rushville, he owns like 4 Taco Bells. He made all 4 that he owns make the chili cheese burrito again. And I found out.
Just for
and
you.
It's my go-to, dude. I go to Rushville Taco Bell, 4 chili cheese burritos, a dipping sauce of nacho cheese, 2 of
Okay, the nacho
them.
cheese.
Boom,
I thought
boom,
so-
boom.
so.
And
What
it's
I thought you were saying was I thought you had 2 different burritos and you were eating them.
You know what I mean? That's me in my car
Dude.
outside of it.
I thought you were eating 2 different burritos at the same time. So clearly you are. You're double fisting burritos over there. They're not the best burrito in the world, though, man. I'm telling you.
No.
There's.
No, it is.
I'm
Look,
so
there's a
good.
there's a place that we
So
need to do
good.
a field
Anybody
trip to.
listening to this, I hope they just roast the fuck out of you because that is not the best burrito of all time. Like there's restaurants dedicated to burritos.
How about Amy? Look at your comments there, Bob.
Amy
Oh,
said,
exactly.
yes, that was the greatest burrito ever. They're not the best burrito. Okay,
Yes.
there's literal
Not even
places
close.
dedicated to burritos. Like Qdoba is better than a chili cheese burrito from fucking Taco Bell.
No, I'm just
Uh,
talking like what hits, dude. You know what I mean?
Go
That
on.
thing just fucking hits. Like it got, and it got taken away, and I always wanted it. Oh, Qdoba stuff, just everything is
Oh, yeah.
incredible.
Double-
Like, it's
go
always
to
gonna
my-
be better. But I'm saying there's $1 fucking chili cheese burrito from Taco Bell
Yeah,
was
you
the
can't
greatest
beat
fucking
that,
thing
I guess.
ever,
I
dude.
guess it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty good. I'll throw some fire sauce on one of those. It's pretty good.
Pisses me off
You
that they
guys are
got rid of.
disgusting.
All right.
Go to my hometown. You got places like Super Burro, or several other places around there, and they got like chicharron burritos. Like
Boys.
it's so fucking good, man. They got burritos that can actually come out about as big as a plate. Like
Oh
just
yeah, dude.
huge, like mole burritos. My God, I'd
Mm.
actually have
in your voice.
I'm just watching him in the fucking Zoom chat, dancing, listening, just being mesmerized by Deadman's voice. He's
So
definitely
good,
on
isn't
one
it?
today.
Great
Uh,
voice, dude.
All right, so
But yeah, oh God, just Taco Bell chili cheese. Fuck me.
I know he's gonna die on that hill. He's gonna die on that hill.
Have it, Colonel. Have it there, Colonel.
Just give me a
Dustin.
Crunchwrap
Hey,
Supreme and I'll be fine.
Crunchwrap
Don't
Supremes are dope.
say finger looking good. They're done with that.
Yep, they
Say
are.
Colonel.
Pandemic is killing that. Okay, so before we get out of here, we've got some special news that we're working on with the Juice in the Morning podcast. I ordered it today. It is the P4 podcast recording device, so that
Hell yeah.
make it easier for us to
Look at
do
you,
live
little
podcasts.
fancy guy.
It's a little device from Zoom that will let me plug in 4 mics and 4 sets of headphones. And
Hell
Little
yeah.
like his dick.
we're going to be doing a live show at Joe's Grill, Westfield, September 25th.
God, I'm so
Definitely make
excited.
sure you're watching.
I'll bring these.
Yep, definitely make sure you're watching the live Facebook, because anybody that is watching the live Facebook will have the opportunity to hear the code word or phrase, whatever we decide to come up with. And if you come down to Westfield, Joe's Grill Westfield, we will pay your tab up to $50. I expect at least one free shot out of those $50, and I'll take that shot with you. But that's something that's coming up September 25th. Mark your calendars. Come on down, hang out with us. We'll have you on the podcast. We'll joke around. We'll fuck around, have a good time. But that's the only announcement that I have. Another thing that's kind of like an announcement, but not really. We are getting the production rolling on a fictional podcast that Deadman is a part of. I think Chris will potentially be a part of. Josh potentially would be a part of.
You don't want this Deadman voice. Can I play Deadman?
I have.
Am I allowed to say what I do? I don't think I am.
Not yet. I have.
Okay.
I have secured the studio time because we are getting a professional studio.
Damn, dude.
Did you? Never mind.
Nah, it didn't get too racy there, Josh. I didn't have to perform any sexual favors to.
Good. I mean, I told him to be real careful with you, and just guide it in.
Yeah. So that's not the big deal. But yeah, it's coming up. We're going to be starting to record soon.
Yeah, 3 of them.
My goal, which obviously whenever we've set deadlines, I feel like Juice in the Morning has never come through on time. But what I'm going to say is I want to be able to have at least episode 1 out by the beginning of next year. So by January. So that's the plan. It all really comes down to budget, because we'll get the lines recorded. We'll get all that stuff done. The guys that I'm working with are talented enough to put together the rest of the stuff, editing, like score, sound effects, all that stuff. But I just got to figure out how much I'm going to pay for them.
All right. From a guy that I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yep.
Like, explain it a little bit. What are we talking about here?
So it's a fictional podcast, so it's like a radio drama. So if you remember back in the day, long time ago, they used to do
Superman
audio dramas. So like, do you
Superman,
remember
like
the
before
Ghost,
TV?
Phantom.
Yeah,
Is
do
that
you
what you're talking about?
Yeah. Do you
Like,
remember War of the Worlds? Like where freaked a bunch of people out because they did a radio broadcast and they
the
were
biggest
Orson
troll
Welles.
ever, man.
they were doing like a fictional broadcast
hero.
story on the radio, and people freaked out, thought the aliens really had landed on
what
Earth.
year was this? What year?
It was early enough for people not to have internet.
Exactly.
It was like 1920 or 1930.
So I mean, pretty
something.
much.
I think it
No,
was
like I'm not nitpicking. Like I'm just
Right.
I'm trying to let the people that are just now listening,
Yeah.
like, from my highly inappropriate and everything coming in. So, like I know, like back in the days, like before TV, it was sat down on Fridays, listen to the radio.
Yep.
And
Hell yeah.
1938.
shows.
1938.
So I mean, you're kind of like trying to bring that kind of thing back.
Yeah, and it already exists. Like if you just search on any app or like any device that you get podcasts, if you just type in like audio drama or fiction or radio theater, that kind of thing, you'll find a ton of them. I love them for like long trips because there's usually like 40, 50 episodes.
Dude, I mean, this is how Johnny Cash fell in love with June Carter. Honestly, it really is. Johnny Cash fell in love with June Carter because of this.
Well, I'm definitely not going to fall in love with
Deadman, but I'm actually part of several from a friend of mine that runs Dark Charm Media. I recently just recorded something called a series called Noxos. So I played a couple of parts on there, and
it's very cool, and it's very, very interesting. It's something that's fun to listen to. Like I said, I think especially on long drives, or if you're just like hanging out at home and you want like what I envision is this is going to be something like if you've ever heard of the podcast Lore, Lore. It started as just a one guy operation. He told stories of like folklore, and he would tell it in a very like interesting way, and like it would be entertaining. It was entertainment, audio entertainment. And then after he got his following and his website grew and his downloads grew, Amazon picked it up and made it a TV show. So my goal with this stuff is working with Jake Hahn, the writer of this. He's been on the podcast before with you, I think, Chris and everybody else.
I know Jay. He's a good dude. Colts fan.
He's a good guy. I like him.
Jake is the writer, and he's got tons of ideas. I've got ideas. Deadman and I have talked about ideas, and my goal is for this to take off, and then we can create and do this kind of stuff as a job as opposed to just a hobby, and then we can start actually making money from it.
Can I ask some more questions?
Yeah.
Or are you done?
Go.
I'm sorry. I don't want to keep interrupting.
No.
All right. So
we got all the time in the world. Jen,
yeah, we do. I don't got to be at work tomorrow until 6.
Jen put the baby to bed.
I got tomorrow off. Madden boys, if anybody wants it. Yeah, no juice is gonna get to me at the end of the show. But anyways, with the show that Jake is writing and everything, all that kind of stuff. Now, is this gonna be like R-rated? Like, is it gonna be explicit? So it is explicit.
Yep.
And do you need a fucking redneck? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Do you need somebody like that?
Oh, I'm sure there's a character in there because he's got multiple ideas for stories. Definitely, Chris, if you want to play a character, you could play a character.
All right. So me and Matt talk about it all the time. My dream is to write a movie. And the movie I want to write is pretty much like what me and Matt are doing. Like two dudes that are just regular white dudes trying to work every day and make a podcast. And you know what I mean? Like think of a comedy and nobody wants to listen to their podcast kind of thing. You know what I mean? And they just keep going and going and then fucking, blow up.
Something happens.
That was actually a show by the same guy.
They get struck by lightning and then they can throw a 100-mile fastball.
Exactly. So either that or also two guys that are trying to make porn because we want to make our own porno.
Definitely, you guys could definitely get into that business. I don't think that would be very difficult.
And then make a movie about us making a movie, making a porno. That's $1 million idea.
Then you release the porno also.
Isn't that Zach and Miri make a porno?
Yeah.
All our ideas are getting
Chris, the barrier to entry to porn is not that difficult, I don't think. I think
the hole is not that small.
It is, actually. It's very difficult to get into porn.
I'm in, man. If you want a voice that's not as good as Deadman's, I'm all in on being the redneck guy.
No, Chris, the ultimate.
I'm gonna go ahead and do like what they say on Pat Show all the time. If my name's on the first page and the last page, I'll fucking do the movie.
I'll do the fucking movie. No, I think Deadman.
What's his name?
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. If my name's on the first page and the last page, I'd fucking do the movie.
But if it's not, I'm not doing the fucking picture. No, Deadman. I think Deadman. I think you could have a career in narrating porn with the voice. I think that would work. And
that'd be amazing.
That would be perfect. For Chris.
Do you want a funny story?
The only thing would be Deadman going 2 minutes later. Explosion. You know what I mean?
So do you want a funny story about narration?
Go ahead, do it.
So I'm registered as part of a couple of websites that gets me jobs for narration and for whatever, like reading stories to people like that. And it comes across like what you're going to do, what you're going to read, what they're going for, and the use of the audio.
Mm-hmm.
And usually it'll say a commercial for fun YouTube video, whatever. But then there's personal.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
so I get a job offer, and it's a decent amount of money. It's $500, and the entire thing I was going to be reading and essentially acting out was father-daughter incest.
Wow.
And the use was personal. Now, what that means is that I turned it down. And everybody I know was like, "You're a fucking idiot, dude. You should done it for the money." And I was like, hold
broaden your talents. You know what I mean?
I was like,
so closed-minded.
It's not even that. It's the idea that, let's just say that my voice acting career does take off, like in some facet or another. They're gonna look back and be like, "Oh, what else have you been part of?" Oh,
yeah. Then he's gonna get Rob Load.
Hello, daughter. You want this?
Dude, I read the script. I can't discuss that.
My bad.
I passed.
Can you just go ahead and copy and paste it into the group chat that we have so we can see how bad it really is?
Yeah, I'm interested in that.
I'll tell you when we end the broadcast. I'll tell you just like a few of the lines that made me go, and I'm done. Not doing it. No, not fucking doing it. And then, I didn't even turn on my microphone. I was like, no.
Why aren't you at school? Was that one of them?
You're close. Believe it or not, you're close.
All right,
I've watched enough porn. I know
we're gonna wrap this up a little bit. I know Chris has seen his fair share of porn, and then Josh, I know you got stuff going on. Go ahead and plug what you've got going on, and then everybody will plug their stuff, and then we will hop on out of here.
So I reached out to Britt yesterday, and we had a conversation. Looks like we're still slated for mid-September for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers cartoon release over on my YouTube channel. You can check it out. YouTube.com/TheRealJoshJX is where you can find me. Because there's only one Josh JX, and I'm the real one. Fuck yeah.
Nice. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I'm still looking I'm building a new company for my trivia business because I parted ways with the old one.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm looking to get that going. And other than that, I'm just living life, kicking ass, taking names, writing a script for October. It's going to be about that Disney Channel movie Halloween Town.
Yes.
Right.
It's mostly for the ladies.
I love it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
I love it. Awesome. All right,
Yeah.
Deadman,
Nice.
plug your stuff. Got the VT Network. What else we got going on?
Go to VT Network on all your podcasting platforms. Anything you need to get a hold of. If you want to get a hold of us, VT Network 2 on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, VTNetwork84@gmail.com. If you want to get a hold of us or even come on the show, we welcome everybody. Like I said, we're not a political podcast or anything else like that. So listen to us. You're gonna have a lot of fun. And you're gonna hear a lot of fuck yous between three brothers.
Yeah.
So,
hell yeah.
So there's three of you.
and there's three of us, and we have a Patreon where we do even more stuff, and we get even raunchier, and we get a little bit more a little bit like less censored, I guess is the best way to do it. Like we literally just ran down Ben Shapiro reading the lyrics of WAP and just got into like this gigantic argument. WAP, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, WAP, whatever.
Racists.
And we
Definitely WAP.
we got into Ben Shapiro.
Let me
reading the lyrics.
Did he actually read them?
Dude, it is one of the funniest fucking videos you'll ever see in your life.
Isn't he also the one who went back and forth with Cardi B or somebody and said that or no, like somebody online told him that, you know, he's not like having sex with his wife or something. Like, I don't know. I just saw something briefly on Twitter.
He's a fascinating little man. I'll say that much because I like your show and I don't want you to get that kind of attention.
All right, Chris, tell us about Highly Inappropriate.
All right, Highly Inappropriate. We are every Tuesday on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Music. We're on every podcast format. Highly Inappropriate Podcast. Go ahead and look us up.
And I'm going to give you a shout out if this interests you. I would believe any listeners or viewers on Facebook, they have been banned from Facebook. So when they
a
talk
couple
about being
times. We're
highly
trying to come
inappropriate-
back. It's like high podcasts on Facebook or something like that.
When they talk about being highly inappropriate, they are highly inappropriate, and they are very funny to listen to. The conversations
Also,
they get into are great. So go ahead, Chris.
we have a website coming soon that is going to have blogs, so any of
Nice.
us can just write.
Let
whenever
me
we
know
wanna
when that's
write.
available so I can try to put something out there.
And I'd like to do that
And
too.
I would like all you guys to add to the site. You know what I mean? Just put your own blogs.
I don't think
your own
I'm welcome.
thoughts.
Oh yeah,
You're allowed, man. Just
Deadman, just
keep
don't go on a fucking long tirade of like,
Yeah, don't go on like the
God
why
sucks
Jesus
and
Christ
doesn't
was the
exist.
world's first magician. You know what I mean? Because don't do the whole Jesus Christ was the world's first
But that's
magician.
what-
I do not.
But that's what I love, Deadman. Recently, like listening to a lot of the stuff that you do. I think a lot of people, when you first came on and started coming around the podcast that we were friends with, I think a lot of people were apprehensive to listen because I think they thought that that's what it was going to be. And you're a multifaceted type person, and I don't want people to ever think that you're literally just an atheist. Like that's or whatever you consider yourself. I don't want to say if I'm wrong about that.
No,
But,
I'm an atheist.
Yeah, so I don't want people to think that that's just the explanation of Deadman. Like Deadman is
Fuck with
a
you.
intelligent. He's a writer.
Great voice.
He's funny.
Great
He's got
fucking
a great voice. He's definitely somebody that don't let that ever turn you away from a show or something that you want to listen to that he does, because he's got a lot of other stuff in the tank, not just
Like-
his beliefs and things like that.
I want
Aw,
Deadman's
thank
voice
you.
like to echo through my house when my wife gets home from work, and I want Deadman's voice to go, "Kristen, do the dishes." And then I
Hey,
want to like
kid.
watch her walk around the house a little more, and Kristen, fill the water bowl for the dogs when you get home.
Hey, get at me, man. I'll record whatever you want. I don't mind.
He'll do it. He'll do it for money for sure. I don't think
It's
he would
small
turn-
amounts.
This whole-
I'm very cheap.
But honestly, like being all jokes aside, that's all I try to do on here. But between you two down here below me on the Family Feud or whatever the fuck it is, Brady Bunch, fucking grid, I am all in on voice acting. If you want this sexy voice, you want this redneck voice, you want something like this,
I might have something for you, honestly.
because I can jazz it up too. Juice knows all about
Oh,
that,
yeah.
so let me know.
Bring
yeah.
back my hillbilly law firm commercial.
for
Oh,
sure.
I want to hear it.
All right,
Let me
guys.
know.
I appreciate you guys joining me, man. This was a good episode. I love getting you guys together. This has been. You guys have really reinvigorated my love for podcasting.
Reinvigorate.
Gross.
Big words.
Gross.
I didn't think that I was
Tumescent.
I was kind of out on it there for a little while, and I think that having you guys.
What brought you back?
It was me.
Talking to you
What
guys.
was the
I think-
moment?
I think talking to you guys and having a good time, like, I'm sure all of you guys have been there. If you're in the creative world, like you get to a point where you're doing something and you're just not
Oh,
having
yeah.
a lot of fun doing it. So then
Yeah.
you're like, well, is this even fucking worth it? Because I'm not like, it would be different if I was getting like paid tons of money. I think I could like figure out like stuff I liked about my
Fake it
job.
till you make it.
Kind of just like my current career. Like I like my career because it makes me money, and there's stuff I don't like about it, but I continue to do it because it's kind of like it's a necessity. Podcasting and doing creative stuff is a necessity, just because there is that itch inside of me that's like, man, I gotta be doing something. I gotta be
Exactly.
trying to
I
make.
feel you,
something.
man. I feel you. Like
So-
coming on here and doing this makes me better for Highly Inappropriate. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah, because you
You
can
know what I mean? Like I feel like it's
Explore
like
different
another avenue. Like,
areas. Yeah.
yeah. And Juice, me and Matt have talked. We want you back on Highly Inappropriate.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'll come
when
back
is this
on.
gonna happen?
I'll
Like,
come
we're
back
back-
on.
Like our vision is me, you, and Matt, Highly Inappropriate.
You
How's
let
that
me
sound?
know when we can start, dude, and I can try to work out the scheduling for sure.
That's what we need to do. But
Yeah.
all right. I
All
just
right.
pissed a bunch of people off.
That is the Juice in the Morning show. I've been Justin Kelly for Dunkman, Deadman, and Josh JX.
Yo, yo.
That is the episode. I think it's 249. I think something like that.
What are we doing for 250?
I don't know.
All right,
I'm
that's
gonna-
it.
I'm gonna
Orgy.
stand
Naked
up.
Orgy.
podcast. Naked
Orgy.
podcast. Naked
Orgy.
podcast.
Dude, I'm
I mean, Chris is halfway there already. So
Oh, you want me to do it?
Pornhub Live. That's what we're doing.
Okay, I don't want
Pornhub
to be. I don't want to be known as the one that got kicked off of Facebook as well. But no, I appreciate you guys joining. It's been a great episode. We will see you guys next week. Don't forget Joe's Grill Westfield, September 25th, and more other exciting.
Dunkman 42 on Xbox. If anybody wants it in Madden, I'm off the rest of the week. Boys.
The code word for the live stream next week is penis.
I love it.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining. Peace out.
See you later.